National defense takes up a larger portion of the federal budget than almost anything else. But those who make their living in that sector are hoping for a little more attention than usual in the president's speech tonight. National security correspondent Jennifer Griffin tonight on their odds of getting it.
Nearly 38,000 U.S. troops remain in Afghanistan. The war against al-Qaeda in Iraq is heating up again. The U.S. military is facing deep cuts to its force structure. Veteran benefits are being cut. Talks to end the Syrian conflict have stalled, and critics of the administration's interim deal with the Iranians want to know what President Obama will do if Iran does not dismantle its nuclear program. But history shows President Obama prefers to focus in his State of the Union address on domestic issues and not the war in Afghanistan.
The president has not been talking about it. He's not been explaining what's happening, why it's important to our security. He's pretty much ignored it in the past.
A recent study by Stars and Stripes newspaper showed that wars and veterans policy made up between 10 to 20% of the past 5 State of the Union speeches given by President Obama, compared to his predecessor, George W. Bush, who spent nearly half of his State of the Union speeches on national security. President Bush mentioned the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan nearly 50 times in his last State of the Union address. In 2009, President Obama mentioned those wars just 6 times out of more than 6,000 words.
If it was in 2002 and Barack Obama had committed troops rather than been responsible for returning them home, if the national mood was what it was then, I think there would have been more talk of it.
Among the First Lady's guests this evening will be an Afghan war veteran who suffered a brain injury from a roadside bomb on his 10th deployment, and Vice Admiral Michelle Howard, the Navy's first female 4-star and the first African-American female to achieve 4-star rank in the history of the military.
The president's senior advisor, John Podesta, said today that in terms of Afghanistan, expect the president to say that the war is ending, which leaves open the question whether any U.S. troops will remain in Afghanistan beyond this year. Brett.
Jennifer Griffin live at the Pentagon. Jennifer, thank you.